PNPs Reed fights ill health to get on ballot. After being hospitalized for over a week, Oliver Reed, the People's National Party council caretaker for Little London Division, made a grand entrance at the nomination centre in Grange Hill. According to Vice President of the People's National Party and Member of Parliament candidate for Westmoreland Western, Ian Haynes, Reed is fit to run after being diagnosed with dehydration. Reed will be running against his former friend and now combatant Ian Miles, who won on the PNP ticket in 2016 local election but has switched allegiance to the Jamaica Labour Party. Reed told reporters that he is overwhelmed with the support he has received as a first-timer. 2 cops charged overshooting outside fast food restaurants in Ocho Rios. The police have laid charges against 2 of the 3 cops who are in custody in connection with the shooting death of a man outside a fast food restaurant in Ocho Rios St. Anne earlier this month. They have been charged with misprision of felony, police sources confirm. Misprision of felony is the failure to report a crime. A similar charge will also be laid against a 3rd cop and 5 civilians who were also arrested in connection with the incident, police sources confirmed on Thursday. It's reported that the policemen will also face a charge of misconduct in a public office. When contacted, Donovan Collins, the attorney of the 2 policemen, and 2 of the civilians declined to comment on reports that his clients have been charged. However, Collins complained about what he claimed was disregard shown to the court by the St. Anne police. A parish judge in Trelawney, where the cops were being held last Thursday, ordered that the St. Anne police should release 2 of the policemen by 4 p.m. by the Friday if no charges were filed against them, Collins said. Why did the St. Anne police believe it was okay to disobey an order of the court, he questioned. Was it necessary to take over 230 hours to determine that the men will be charged for misprision of felony, Collins questioned, making reference to the offences. Superintendent Dwight Powell, commanding officer for the St. Anne Police, said he had no comment when asked to respond to the claims by the attorney. The still unidentified man was shot during an altercation outside a popular restaurant in Ocho Rios about 3:30 a.m. 2 Saturdays ago. He later died at the hospital. Carnival atmosphere in Manchester Central for Nomination Day. It was a carnival atmosphere in Manchester Central for local government nomination proceedings Thursday, with jubilant supporters from both the Jamaica Labour Party and People's National Party turning out in their numbers. The JLP supporters were led by Member of Parliament Rhoda Crawford, who arrived along with her 4 council candidates at the Mandeville Family Court in open-top SUVs with dancehall music blaring from the speakers. Chairman Stevens, Mandeville Division, Richard Del Peno, Royal Flat Division, Adika Miller, Knockpatrick Division, and Chanel Dixon, Belfield Division are the representatives for the JLP in the constituency. Meanwhile, a crew of bikers was among the PNP supporters who joined the party's 4 councillors candidates in arriving in the Mandeville Family Court for the nomination exercise. The PNP is represented by Jones Oliphant, Mandeville Division, Donovan Mitchell, Royal Flat Division, Carl Simit, Knockpatrick Division, and Mary Mitchell, Belfield Division. Nominations get underway smoothly in Hanover Western despite showers. Despite a heavy downpour which started shortly after 8:30 a.m. on Thursday, nomination day in Hanover Western has started smoothly. The day's activities are being held at the Social Development Commission SDC office, located on Watson Taylor Drive in Lucy in the parish. The 4 aspirant councillors for the People's National Party were the first to be nominated at 10:30 a.m. They are the outgoing mayor of Lucy, who is also the candidate for the Cordwell Division, Sheridan Samuels, candidate for the Lucy Division, Brian Chambers, candidate for the Riverside Division, Darren Barnes, and candidate for the Green Island Division, Marvel Swell. The ruling Jamaica Labour Party JLP was scheduled for 11:30 but is running behind schedule. The JLP candidates are Easton Edwards for the Lucy Division, candidate for the Riverside Penn Division, Colvin Allen, candidate for the Cordwell Division, Angela Hay, and candidate for the Green Island Division, Demar Mackenzie. JLP politician who pulled gun during brawl nominated as candidate for Trinityville. Dean Jones, the Jamaica Labour Party JLP politician who seemingly pulled a gun during a fight with another man earlier this week, has been nominated as the party's council candidate for the Trinityville Division in St. Thomas Western. Jones was given the nod during nomination day proceedings on Thursday, days after a video surfaced of the physical altercation between the politician and another man, since identified as 58-year-old businessman Wayne Walker, Lawyers for Jones, in a statement on Tuesday, said their client was physically attacked by persons unknown to him, causing him to sustain injuries while he was conducting business. The letter stated that Jones was in an imminent fear of his life. The letter was signed by attorneys at law Alexander Shaw and Trevor Koff. Aware of the mounting threat to his person, our client took defensive action to de-escalate the situation. A police report was also filed. In a statement also on Tuesday, the opposition People's National Party condemned the actions of Jones, which had a Minister of Citizen Security Peter Bunting accusing Jones of carrying out acts of intimidation. Bike taxi operator charged with raping 15-year-old passenger. A bike operator is now behind bars after he was arrested and charged with rape and forcible abduction of a 15-year-old girl in Racecourse District, Greenhill, Westmoreland on Sunday, January 20. Charged is 26-year-old Omar Mary. Reports are that about 3:30 p.m., the teen boarded Mary's bike taxi. It is alleged that while transporting her, Mary took the teen to his home, where she had reportedly been assaulted. Mary was arrested and charged on Wednesday, February 7. His court date is being finalized. All informers are heroes, says Justice Minister. Minister of Justice Delroy Chalk is imploring Jamaicans to report criminal activities in their communities, calling those who do so heroes. Chalk made the remarks while speaking at the 15th staging of the Restorative Justice Conference on Wednesday, February 7 at the summit in Kingston. Outlining that the task of reducing murders cannot be left solely to the police, the minister said citizens must be prepared to be informers. I'm the biggest informer. All informers are heroes. When they see persons with guns or threaten violence, bring the police in, he said. Let us see if you can prevent a few of these criminal activities and murders. Minister Chalk also urges Jamaicans to utilize the ministry's Restorative Justice RJ program to reduce murders and violence in the society. Restorative justice seeks to resolve conflicts by having all parties involved together to reach an agreement. If persons resolve disputes and conflict peacefully, we can have less murderers. It is just not right that we have over 1,000 murders per year, and I hope that 2024, for the first time in perhaps 30 odd years, we can see murders drop below 1,000. Wouldn't that be great, he asked. Noting that more than 30% of murders stem from domestic violence, Chalk said, I know that restorative justice can play a part. The testimonials are such that when you listen to them, you ask, why doesn't Jamaica know more about their healing power of restorative justice? He went on to say that restorative justice officers, facilitators, and volunteers must begin to move with missionary zeal in schools, churches, business places, in communities, and on construction sites to curtail violence. The Ministries of Justice and Education, on Monday, February 5th, signed a Memorandum of Understanding for the continued delivery of restorative practices training in schools across Jamaica. Government continues to lobby U.S. to stem inflow of illegal guns. The Andrew Holness-led administration continues to lobby for United States to provide greater assistance in stemming the flow of legal guns into the island. Addressing a security seminar at the AC Hotel on Wednesday, the Prime Minister said altering the influx of illegal guns in the country would help to boost the measures of the government, which has been implemented to secure the country's points of entry and bring the crime problem under control. We recognize that there are still many gaps. One of them is the ability of the state to control the inflow of illegal guns into Jamaica. It is a problem for us to control our borders, he said. According to a news release on Thursday, Holness indicated that massive investments have been made in boosting the capabilities of the security forces to increase surveillance and detect illicit items at ports of entry. This includes investments in offshore patrol vessels and maritime patrol aircraft and boosting scanning capabilities at ports. But as an island, you know that we have several informal points of entry, and it's going to be difficult to control all of them, but we are increasing our surveillance, including making sufficient investment in a state-of-the-art coastal radar system, he said. We're doing what is necessary, but we could do some with some help from our friends from the United States, because what we're seeing is a chance in the profile of weapons coming into Jamaica. Maybe 10 or 15 years ago, Jamaica would be getting what we would describe as post-war weapons out of Latin America, post-war conflict weapons out of Nicaragua and El Salvador and other places. Now what we're seeing are AR-15 and Glock pistols, which are mostly coming out of North America, Holness continued, even as he reiterated that the country's gun control problem is not America's prerogative. This is not America's problem. Let me be clear, this is Jamaica's problem. Jamaica must take responsibility and not leave our national security up to our partners. We must take responsibility for it. The truth is, it is not Americans, meaning persons without Jamaican connections, that are sending guns here. It is our relatives, our family members, he noted, adding that he has asked the American government to look seriously into this matter. When I visited, I spoke with Vice President Kamala Harris a couple of years ago. I went back 2 years ago, and myself and the Commissioner. We met with representatives of the Department of Justice, and I went back last year again. We have been constantly lobbying with our partners, have been very accommodating to us, he said. I must say that our partners have been giving us a listening ear, and I know and American partners have so many other challenges that we have to deal with. Little Jamaica's problem, we really should be dealing with that. But because of where our capability is versus the magnitude of the problem, we need the support. Meanwhile, Coordinator for the Caribbean Firearms Prosecutions and Associate Deputy Attorney General, United States Department of Justice Michael, said the guns that are being illegally trafficked from the United States is a shared problem. We are committed to standing shoulder to shoulder with you in investing, prosecuting, charging, and taking these networks out of commission. It is a problem that we view as our own problem, as well as a problem here with our very close partners in Jamaica, he noted. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.